Link? Link! Did you hear anything I just said?
Huh? Yes! Of course I did. You know my ears are open only for your voice when you speak.
Well, then perhaps you'd like to repeat my plans for a hydroelectric generator along the Minoet River.
Well, I could, but of course it's such a brilliantly detailed plan that for anyone other than yourself to recite it would be an injustice to science. Yes. Save that one.
I thought as much. Well, perhaps it would be best to postpone our discussion on kingdom development to another day, given that it's...
Valentine's Day, a grand idea. Couldn't agree more. Well, my princess, I must say farewell, for I'm off to...
Wait! I mean, since it's not like either of us have plans today, I was thinking, just as friends, of course, but if you wanted to visit the castle later...
Would that I could, but I can't. Perhaps another day, but this is my first Valentine's Day since almost dying and being kept in stasis, so I have some traditions to maintain in the hopes of achieving some form of normalcy. Besides, I'd assume you, being the beautiful princess of Hyrule, would have a million plans of the romantic variety today. Was I incorrect in assuming there was something between you and Bozai?
Bozai? Oh yes, he's a fine suitor. The desperate man who camps outside the Gerudo town every day hoping to land a giant girlfriend.
Everybody needs a hobby. Farewell, my princess. Another dozen or so should be sufficient. No. Who am I kidding? At least several dozen.
An otherwise cunning move, Link. But I think I've caught on to your little game.
Did you... Game?
Saying you're too busy with plans to drop by the castle, throwing me off, and then going to pick up silent princesses for me. It's incredibly touching, if not a tad predictable.
You know I always set aside any flowers I come across for you. But the majority of these are actually for someone else.
Someone else? But the silent princess is my flower.
I think a renowned botanist such as yourself would know you can't own a species of flower.
I suppose. It has the word princess in it.
And so a princess shall receive them. Follow the music! Our next stop is to compose an original ballad with the most skillful composer of all, the heart. Haha! You know, if I weren't a Hyrule champion, I'd consider taking up poetry.
Our next stop?
Yes, because I know you're still watching me.
Oh, well, I've just been, curious as to...
It's alright. In fact, you'll soon be considering yourself lucky to bear witness to such musical artistry.
You? Musically artistic?
Hey, I'll have you know many of my previous lives played instruments of all sorts. Some, I dare say, even used them to save the world. But here we are. Yes, this tune should do nicely. Do try to follow in time as I recite the lyrics I've been working on for a loved one. You just, you know, keep playing the song you always play. Mifa, you're so fair, with your scaly hair. Although you have gills, I get chills when I see you. My favorite Zora, whom I adore. Happy Valentine's Day from Link. Everyone's a critic.
Mifa. Goodness me. Oh, I suppose this is what I get for not paying much attention to the gossip back in the day. Certainly I heard talks, but...
Yes, have your fun. You know, it's not like we ever kept it a secret.
Link, this is all very touching and even more entertaining. But how exactly are you planning to celebrate together when, well, all the champions... You of course remember what happened to...
I'm aware. Enough of that now. We need to get going for one last gift. We're losing daylight. And this one's always been my least favorite in obtaining. Aha! I stab at thee, stone. It's just a rock. Well, Next one should do it. 14th time's the charm, they always say.
There are easier ways to obtain gems, Link. Certainly easier than taking on an entire stone talus.
Oh, that's the coward's way out. The hero's way of proving how much you care for someone special is by obtaining jewels earned from a hard battle with a giant rock monster. That is commitment and dedication right there.
If only you could get as excited as this when I ask you to slay monsters.
Wait, I think I found one. Let me see if I can look for the telltale signs of the stone talus. The ground is shaking, and a large series of rocks are rising out of the earth to attack me. Yes, these are definitely signs of a stone talus. For Mifa, climb on top of the rock. If you would just so kindly let me on your back. Nope. Oh, he threw me off his back. Well, should have seen that one coming. Okay, well, round 2. Nope. Not going so well, and I am rolling on the ground. These things do happen. The things you do for love. Like fighting a giant rock monster. Yes, I'm sure there's a poem about that somewhere. What a ride. It's only a pity I couldn't get more out of this one. Oh, if only I'd found an Igneo talus this year, I could have said, "My emotions burn with more intensity than the surface of the creature who provided these gems." Oh, that would have scored me some hero points.
Oh, don't tell me you're off to find another one.
No. No time, I'm afraid. These shall suffice this year. Now for the big moment. Ah yes, good to see you. Happy Valentine's Day. Keeping the gills wet, I see. Always good for surviving in your species. Yes, so I hear. I'll sign it later. That's a promise from Link. Hi, Mifa. Link here. Well, you know it's me. I know it's been a few days since I visited, traveling the wilds and whatnot. I get a little busy, but you know I wouldn't miss being here for anything else. Look, I'm wearing the suit you made for me. You always were the more fashionable one between the two of us. I brought you a few things. I wish I could give you more. You give me your grace every day, still saving my life, and yet I couldn't even save...
You saved her people and her kingdom. You carried on her legacy and continue to do so in the armor you wear. Link, she would have been so proud of all you've done in keeping Hyrule safe.
It takes some getting used to, doesn't it? Waking up in a world where those you were close to only exist to others as artifacts of the past, as history, but you're still so used to seeing them every day, mere inches from in front of you, that you'll close your eyes and hope they'll be there when you open them again.
Yes. You know, Link, sometimes I forget you were in that cave for 100 years. All the people you've lost. The lands that have changed so drastically. Yet despite everything, you keep going.
And I could say the same to you. You've lost your father. Your original plans for a kingdom that were cruelly taken away in the midst of a great evil. An evil that I couldn't even defeat by myself. All your research and hard work to protect a people that couldn't be saved. But here we are still.
With all that's changed in a century, it's a great comfort to know I was at least able to save you. Even if I don't always say it, it's more of a comfort than you realize to still have you as my champion. Alive. Link, I'm so sorry she can't be there with you.
She is. In a way, she's always still here, but you know better than anyone what a terrible liar I am. So I won't dare fool anyone in saying there's not a day that I don't miss her. You see, Zelda, I am bound to be your knight both in honor and in friendship, beyond belief. You'll always be my princess, but she was my princess.
You were lucky to have each other. You are lucky to have each other. And I am lucky to have you. Happy Valentine's Day, Link.
And I am lucky to have you, Zelda. Happy Valentine's Day. Perhaps later tonight I'll take you up on that offer for a visit. But for now, I think I'm going to be here for a while. If that's alright.
Link?
What a strange feeling. The time has come, Link. Come and seek me. It's time to make amends.